What's good, YouTube? Your boy 21 here. Before my video, I'm about to present to you guys. Let's show you this amazing coffee. Fucking phenomenal. Starbucks secret menu. Be in the description down below. This is the cookie dough flavor. Really fucking good. It's like cinnamon dolce, Java chips blended in, chocolates, whipped cream, and cookie crumble on top. I suggest you guys try it out at the local Starbucks during a happy hour from 3 to 5. Get it for like about $2.70. Now to your next Yo Boy 21's amazing video. Yo Boy 21 here, and today I'm going to talk about a good side deck theory I got going on today, and it's going to be basically side decking the fire hand and the ice hand for the upcoming format, because honestly cars like skill drain have been whooping my ass this format. Like, I really can't do anything if someone flips skill drain on my deck. The best that I can do is go summon gadget, they flip skill drain. Hopefully I have MST. If I don't have MST, I gotta make crazy boss, so you know he's crazy, and hopefully come back by beating him down with 3,000. But if they're stalling with something like a redox, I'm gonna lose. So I'm just sitting here thinking like ways to beat that stuff. And I'm like, okay, why not the fire and ice hand? Ice hand pops spells and traps when he dies, and get out fire hand. Fire hand pops the monsters. That's really potent against decks like dragons, because all dragons do is just run you over with titles and blasters. And then when they're trying to go on the defense, they stall or redox in defense mode. And the best thing about them is they all activate in the graveyard, which is so good. The opponent has a Vanity's Emptiness, so then they just run your monsters over. Well, they run over Fire Hand pops the monster to just run you over. Emptiness dies, you get out Ice Hand. Then they want to run over Ice Hand, you're going to pick their back. A really, really potent effect, really, really potent combo. But you guys already know that. I mean, everyone knows how powerful these two cards are, because almost every YouTuber that does somewhat of competitive content talks about these cards and have talked about these cards in some way, shape, or form. But I've noticed a lot of the top decks have not been running these cards. I honestly did see a few decks cited, like I believe the Chris LeBlanc deck from this most recent regional he was at. He ran it and he came second in his regionals, and he's side decking his 3 fire hands and 3 ice hands, and I'm like, wow, that's exactly the same idea I had. Why not just side it for those skill drain matchups? Why not side it for those swarm matchups? It makes sense. It really does make sense. Now, I'm not saying he said this in a live deck profile, but that's just my theory on why he sided those the 3 ice hands, 3 fire hands. They're like honestly the best side deck cards in the game. They're like it's like better than siding a Dustin, though, because you don't. Like, for a deck like Gadgets, or what I say, like a deck like Fire Fist, they're beating you constantly. You can play them off. You can just make it seem like you're about to just drawing terrible. Like, you know how it is. You guys know how it is. If you're sitting here top decking, let's say you draw a fire hand, and your opponent's like, yeah, I got game on this guy, and you play it roll like, ah, fuck, you draw a terrible card. You're not literally gonna curse, but you just make that sad face, like sad and aggressively say, yo, you're a go, and then they attack into an ice hand, and you're like, yeah, time to come back now. So these cards have a really lot of good factors to them. Honestly, they are easy to play around if your opponents know they're running them. So if you were to side deck these cards, I would definitely say set them first before anything, because I had a guy at my regionals in St. Louis Park, and as soon as I saw him summon the first one, I didn't attack anything, and honestly, I just beat him down with Heartland Draco, and I ran over his monsters when I was ready, and I did attack his ice hand. I had no back row, and then made one-on-one to take the fire hand. So there's good ways to play around them, but a lot of people aren't going to be able to play that well, and a lot of people not knowing that you sided to these cards. They see you side 6 cards, they're thinking, okay, he got the Decree coming in, he has the DNA surgery, he's getting out, he's maybe dusting those or whatever. They're not gonna expect these guys. But yeah, after this format with the final Origins release, you're gonna have things like Madolche's trying to mess you up. you're gonna have the artifact deck trying to mess you up, and this honestly is pretty good with artifacts too. The ice hand sucks because they're gonna they're just gonna special themselves back in the field. But if they attack the fire hand gets to pop a guy and still get ice hand. And if ice hand, and by the time they try to, if they sorry, tongue tying myself. By the time they attack the ice hand, they're probably not gonna have any back row anyway. And the back row they do have, it might be like a mirror for it. It might be their real back row, it might not be a bluff back row. So ice hand will still be able to pick up something good, and it be able to help you from getting OTK'd, and it help you stall out a few turns. For you guys that might take my advice and side deck these cards, I suggest you side them in 3s like Crystal Blank did, because honestly that's a really good idea. I was thinking 2s if you don't have room, but 3s and 3s, it's not that bad. Like me, I can take out, if I was siding it, I'll take out 3 gadgets and 3 chain summonings and throw Fire and Ice hand in, and have a good little control game going on. So yeah, I want to hear what you guys think. Comment down in the comment section below on you guys' ideas on side decking 3 fire hands and 3 ice hands for those aggressive matchups where your opponent's going to slide skill drain on you, or the matchup where you know they're main decking the Infinite, or you know you're playing against Mermails and they try to come back with mega low popping back row and criteria monsters. Alright, this is your boy 21 and I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Rate, comment, subscribe. Deuces.